The purpose of my presentation is to draw your attention to the existing problem and possibly to change your attitude and change your mind regarding this problem. So the problem that I'm going to talk about is the overuse of plastic shopping bags. According to statistics, approximately 4 out of 5 shopping bags currently are made of plastic. So the average American family is accumulating approximately 60 shopping bags in about 4 trips to the grocery store. Overall, that accumulates to annually to 100 billion shopping bags, and that just in the United States of America. So you might wonder how many of those shopping bags are getting recycled. So the statistics varies, but from all the statistics that I could have found, only less than 10% on average of all that number of shopping bags is getting recycled. So where does all that unrecycled plastic end up in? Unfortunately, all of that plastic, including the huge amount of the plastic shopping bags, ends up in landfills. So you might ask yourself, what's so bad about having all that plastic in landfills? Unfortunately, you might call it disposable, but it takes 500 plus years for that plastic to decompose. And actually it's closer to 1,000 years. So what happens to all that plastic? As it decomposes, it releases the toxic chemicals that leach into the soil and eventually end up in the watersheds and oceans. And it's estimated that approximately 80%, up to 80% of all the plastic that is produced ends up in the ocean. So what does it do to the marine life? So hundreds of thousands of animals in the ocean are suffering from this plastic, including the plastic shopping bags, of course. This is an all too familiar picture of turtle eating a plastic bag because it's confusing it for a jellyfish. And that's another sad picture of a seal being wrapped up in plastic bag. And here's another seabird that is wrapped up and tangled in the plastic shopping bag. So as you can see, it has a really damaging effect on the marine life. So how does it affect us? Well, it does directly and indirectly. Directly, we can get it from the soil, air, and ocean, as we already talked about the ocean. So the way that it gets through the soil, as we already mentioned, from the landfills, all the toxins are leaching into the soil and gets into the plants that get eaten by the animals, which we consume in turn, and all those toxins are getting into our system. Through the air, that's mainly getting plastic gets into the air through burning of the disposable plastic. So, and we breathe in all that air, and we've already talked about how it gets into the oceans, which is getting consumed by the marine life, which we in turn consume and getting all that plastic into our system. So how can we help this problem? Well, it's actually not that hard. So whenever you go shopping, it doesn't take that much effort to bring your own disposable bag and use it instead of the plastic shopping bag. And here on this slide you can see some references to the websites. Of course, there's hundreds of them on the web. These are the 3 ones that I used to research this topic. So don't use plastic shopping bags, use the reusable ones. Thank you.